Hello, hello, hello. Jada, why did my camera just start automatically? I didn't hit one button. Did you hear me? I hit not one button. Okay. Well, I might as well go ahead on and get. Oh my God. What is going on up in here? I didn't hit a button at all. And it's just boop. Okay, here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sunshine Brown. Yes, and thank you. Welcome to Sunshine Brown. Welcome. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a great evening. We got you may hear a little noise in the background, whatever family moving around and things like that. Okay. But I want you to excuse all the noise. This camera just started, so I might as well just go, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. So anyway, I want to kick it with you. I missed you. I want to kick it with you for a quick moment. Actually, I should have looked, had the time to look at me. God. I don't know. I believe that this may be, part three. Part three. So I'm really finishing up on what I was trying to explain, what I was saying, okay? And this is very important. So I just really want to get to it. I want to get to it, okay? I just kind of want to get to it, all right? Okay, so stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, okay? My goodness. So let me jump on in. So what I was talking about earlier, I was saying that I, felt like I had been in a battle, right? I felt like I had been in a battle, okay? And I was explaining, I was going into, you know, how many of us feel like we're in a battle or whatever. But I want to let you know, if you know of my story, like this video may be good for like 3 people, okay? This video right here may be good, especially for about 3 people, okay? Now, let's get to it. I want to talk to you about what you don't know, things that you don't know. Um, that you need to know, okay? So, you know, and there's a reader, a spirit guide who I really, really, really admire. Okay, it's a couple, it's like maybe 2 especially. 3, okay, 3, it could be, it's a few of you guys. But I'm telling you, you really are tapped in, honey, because you started talking this evening about something that I'm about to talk about. Okay, so I just finished listening to your video a little while ago, and I said, "Oh my gosh, she's so tapped in, Jesus." Okay, um, so I want to say thank you. Super bad girl, super bad, super bad, super bad girl. Okay, but here it is. Here it is. Okay, here it is. I'm just sitting here in my socks, guys. Just enjoying, you know. Excuse me, my voice sound a little off or raspy. We've been dealing with kids and little colds, everybody's, people are under the weather up in here. So, one thing that I want to talk about is what people don't know because maybe they came in a little later. You know how people get the information a little later, or there's certain things that people won't talk about because it's too bizarre. It's too bizarre, right? It's too bizarre. So other people maybe have not been built in. But so let me just jump to it. Years ago, okay, on my, we all have gifts, right? We all got a gift. We all have gifts, some type of gift. We do. Whether you have tapped into it or not, but we all do. So make a long story short, years ago, um, you know, okay, let me calm down. So I have always been a person that can see. Uh-huh. You know how you can see in the natural, and then we can see in the spirit, right? And I had shared this. I shared it, okay? Because I had, as time passed, I had so many photos of images of things that would be in the photo with me. Even I was on YouTube one day and I saw we were watching some bizarre things that were recorded. People saying, "Oh, I seen this," or "We captured that," or "We seen this," or "We see," and those are things that I had seen myself. I'm like, okay. But anyway, make a long story short, on my Facebook page, back, the one that they hacked, um, you know, the one that they hacked, uh, stole my email, did all of that stuff at that time. Um, yeah, the one that they had taken, I displayed the things that God allowed me to see. Okay, I displayed them on it was called Facebook, um, Dominique Brown, and Nikki in parentheses. Okay, so I actually shared it on that page. Uh-huh. Let's talk about what y'all don't know about. So let me give you an example of what I mean. Say for example, because this happened so many times. I mean, I got so many. I got them from where I'm sitting in the hotel lobby, and the ghost is in the lobby. The image is in the lobby. I happen to be taking a picture. It's all in the camera. Walking in the lobby. Okay. I mean, I've got them where I could be walking downtown, on the river at night, at the banks or something, and I can hear something walking with me, and it's a chain. It's a chain attached to the whatever it is, like maybe a pet's collar, right? And God said, God would tell me to go ahead and take a photo, and He would show me what was next to me, clearly, you know. So it wasn't just what I felt or what I knew was there. He would allow me to actually see it. I reported things about trafficking that were very true. Uh-huh. And they know it. People know it. These are not the things they talk about, though. Okay. Um, at first, when I had a lot of people swarming around me, driving around me, gang stalking, whatever you call it, I kept telling people, "Do you understand who's with you?" So when they were harassing me and stuff, I'm like, "Do y'all understand who riding with y'all? Like you're harassing me, but do you know who's riding with you and your kids?" Some of these people are traffickers. Like I warned them. You hear me? And one day I warned them. The day before, I had warned them. And I told them again. I reminded them. And guess what? The next day, they start snatching their kids. Do you see what I'm saying? So these people know it. My voice is totally off. But I'm going to keep going, okay? Um, there will be many things. I would go to, I would be sitting in the park because one of my favorite places to be is the park, right? I would be sitting there. And then images of people, maybe they passed on, right? They come to the window. They come to the window. Did you hear what I said? They come to the window. I would be in the bathroom mirror and I could feel like maybe something going on, right? And I go and take that picture and it show me who's lined up. Stuff that would that would freak a person out. So let me tell you something. I shared it. It was several things, though. It was several. Just like, they got rid of that. Just like I started this cook show. Right, Jay? Yeah. I did a cooking show, 30-minute cooking show for moms, parents, whomever, when the kids get out of school, how we can cook great meals in 30 minutes, with prep and all, right? I did all that, and I did it beautifully. And they were so envious or some type of way. They just, that's when they really closed my stuff out. So my thing is, yes, there's many things that you guys are not aware of. Many things. So, could you imagine? Um, okay, let me not run. So the things that I'm telling you about, I also showed other people this, not just the people on my page. Like people in my personal life, I would show them, but I would probably ask them to just delete it. Like I'm gonna send you this, and after you look at it, I want you to just delete it, okay? Like whatever it was, okay? Um, hmm yeah. So I would have images of things that would make a person scream. It didn't make me feel any type of way. It was just something that was there. It was just something that was there. So it didn't make me feel any type of way. It didn't make me feel fear or anything. As a matter of fact, I was really intrigued. Like, oh God, you would let me, because I knew it was there, and I think God did it. Right, Jay? We talked about it to let me know I wasn't crazy, because I know when a thing is a thing, and a thing is a thing, and a thing is a thing, right? Oh, I do know. She said, go and get a picture of it. Go ahead, baby. And I'd be like, okay. Snap the picture. I mean, you wouldn't believe. I've had images of things sitting up on the ledge, even while your kids playing at the park. There are things there, baby. There are things. It's just what it is. There are things that walk with us all the time. Okay? So, let me make a long story short. So, in many of my pictures, I always have that figure with the hooded person. I even talked to a lady one day who was a gifted like medium or something like that. Long time ago. I spoke with her, and she told me what she's seen. And she told me about the person that was dressed in black in the hood. She told me that they were there, and she wanted to know who it was or whatever. But I really believe that was or has been a family member, okay, of mine. Yeah, yeah, okay. No matter what, it's always with me, okay. So let me get to what I'm saying, because I am a little raspy, and I'm probably not explaining this in the best way um, that I can, but I want you to hear. I want you to hear me. So what I'm saying to you is that um, yes, there are things that are around us. And people talk about it all the time. But guess what I did? I went on and shared it with y'all to let y'all see it was very real. I could be sitting in my car. I could be at the park. They would just gravitate to the window, okay? Not things that would be bothering me. Things that wanted to talk or see me or what. They wanted to see me. So these things would come and they know who I am. Am I lying, Jada? They know exactly who I am, okay? So this is the thing that people don't talk about. And I want and especially my beautiful spirit guys, I want you guys to know this. I want you to know this. In case you didn't know, because, people wouldn't keep talking about that. They start talking about everything else. Now, when I show this on my Facebook, guess who attacked me? Let me get through this. Guess who attacked me? A church lady. An older church lady. They said like I was showing like it wasn't real or it wasn't. And I was tripped out because I was like, how she don't know that this exists? And the truth is, maybe some people aren't there yet. Some people aren't there yet. They don't know. Okay? And let me take it back. My son, one of my sons, my oldest son, I remember I was looking at his picture, and I had seen an image in the picture. And I looked, and I said, but this was a different type of an image, okay? I called him immediately to let him know what was going on, and it saved him from something right away. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? Yeah. I'm going to keep going. Just at the house that we were, that we were staying at before coming to this home. Um, there was something there that was cloaked. So it was in the house, and it was stuck on something. It was stuck on something, it was stuck on something. And it's trying to pull itself off of this something, but it cannot move. Like it can't get itself. And I was just tripped out because I'm watching it trying to pull itself off, but you can't see it I couldn't see it with my physical eye. So I had to wake my children up to let them see and hear what I was seeing, because I wanted them to understand there are things that actually cloak themselves. Did you hear that? There are things around us all the time. Um, One of the most amazing, what do you think, Jay, has been one of the the ones that make you go, wow, that I've showed you? Yeah, the lying. That was what, black? Yeah. The green eyes and beautiful. I shared this with some people. So we're there at the park. And remember I told you the chain was going? I heard something walking with me, but whatever it was big. But like when I turned around, there wasn't a dog there, but baby, I knew it was walking with me. Like it was walking with me. And if you could have seen the way it was looking at me, you would have been like, wow. Like, not in a scary way or anything, like I'm gonna get you. What as in a way of like, I submit to you, or I work for you, or I'm here to protect you, kind of thing. Am I lying, Jay? And it was so wow, like whoa, something that the naked eye wouldn't catch, but it was right there in the picture, right under my son playing, going up. It was right there. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you thought that people were like coming for me just because of some, no, no. There are things that I've seen with my naked eyes and that I've captured that other people cannot see. And I actually, when I caught it on camera, I said, I'm gonna share it with people. The things that I see and know of, I'm gonna share it. I want them to see that there's another side to this thing, that it's something else going on. It's not just what we see with the physical eye. There are things going on in the spiritual realm. So let me get to it. A lot of people wonder, like, well, all this stuff turned around, and a lot of people should have done, like, if people are trying to attack me, a lot of people should have done the right thing. Should have done the right thing. You shouldn't have laughed about it. You should have done the right thing. You should have done the right thing by me. Yes, it's true. You should have done the right thing by many people. You should have done the right thing. Because I'm going to tell you something. I am never alone. I'm never alone. If you don't think, I'm never alone. Amen. Look at my daughter staring at me. We are never alone. You are never alone. There is nothing that we do in this life that's hidden. Some people have this thing where they feel like things are chasing them and haunting them. No, baby, that thing is always there. You just done stirred it up. It's always there. Yeah, it's always there. Like that what they say. You could be sitting in a chair somewhere, sitting somewhere, but you don't know what's sitting next to you. It's true. It's true. So my big thing is, um, that's the thing that people don't talk about. The government seen it. I shared it with everybody. They went out of their way to shut my email down and stuff. I guess so they could see. I don't know if what they wanted to do is just take the pictures, right? Like, I don't know what the goal, was. You know? But the person that had a bunch of stuff to say about it was an older lady, a church lady. She was the only one on social media complaining about it. Some black lady, church lady, who wanted to say that I was lying. Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna lie about that. I'm just gonna make this up. I showed many. I showed many. Yeah. So that's a big thing that people don't know about. Is the images that I've shared. I've shared images with many people. Whoever got in on my Facebook, and at that time that was a very active Facebook page. Yeah. hmm The kind, even if you don't click like, they still go to it. Yeah. Dominique Brown, Nikki, Nikki in parentheses. My nickname is Nikki. Okay? So I just want to share that with you. It's the things that people don't talk about, you know? So I had a lot of people like, I'm going to say it, I was Scientology people. I had a lot of stuff going on. People were trying to run me and the kids off the road. They were doing a lot of stuff. I had a lot of people doing a lot of things, and I bothered no one. It didn't seem like they were trying to make up stuff on me. Like just me, little old me. Don't bother nobody. Don't anything. But they wanted to make something up on me. Now the truth is, just because you don't believe it, don't mean it's not real. Just because you don't know anything about it doesn't mean it's not real, right? God allowed me to see. And now there's things I've seen I haven't said anything about it, and I probably never will. But I'm saying there's things, honey. And they ain't talking about that. What they gonna talk about? And another thing is, I think people don't really know. A lot of times people really don't know what really happened. Like, for example, they don't know what truly took place. Because if you just look at it, let me tell you, something did come for me. It tried to kill me off. I went and complained about it. I couldn't get any help. I couldn't get anybody to listen. I remember even when the lady police officer, the little short black lady, she laughed at me. Do you hear me? At this one district, okay? She laughed at me. I remember when I went down to where remember Jade, I went down there to talk to that lady. Thank God the other lady officer came out because the one wanted to be rude to me. To tell me, like they were trying to get this crazy thing worked up with the police officers in Cincinnati, Ohio. Like I had a breakdown, like I had went crazy, and them motherfuckers owe me an apology right now. The way they treated me, saying that I'm just gonna make that up. You hear me? Like I'm just gonna make all that up. Couldn't get any help. Just when things were happening. That they knew that was happening, that they excused, gave it a pass. That's what they did. I had at that time, I'm just running down some things. People were coming in my home. They were stealing jewelry out of my home. They were coming in while I was asleep. Did you hear that? So after I work all day, and they know you going in, you get your bath, you do whatever you do, you go to bed, and especially I'm going to go up and sleep in my son's room. I would crawl up in the bed with him, right? Up in his bed. I didn't like sleeping in my bed by myself, right? I wanted to be up there where they were, on their floor. Honey, they come in and downstairs. You up there asleep. Don't tell me what people don't and haven't done. My children, and I witnessed that little girl get murdered. Yeah, let's talk about it. So there's some things that really took place, baby. Okay? I could keep going. I could keep going. And the reason I'm doing this like this, um, some real severe things has happened. So this is the thing. A lot of people, love to put an emphasis on everything had to do with some particular man. That's not true. That's not true. Having to, move out of your home, which you were, doing fine at from some scandal stuff, all tied in that is real. Having to run away from your home at a time and leave everything that you own behind. Am I lying, Jay? Hello? You leave everything you own behind? If I talk about it too long, her and I may start arguing about it right now. Do you see what I'm saying? This is real. So there were a lot of things of that happening, not to mention all the things that happened in the background. Not to mention how I went somewhere to talk to someone about something, and the folder that I presented to this woman, who had got a phone call in the middle of us talking. Next thing you know, it turned around that the folder that had my identifications and stuff in it, they made sure they came back and stole that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, all these people was working together is what I'm trying to tell you. And they didn't know that I could read their damn mind damn near. Did you hear what I just said? Yeah. Yeah. At the one place we were at, the people in the rental office playing games with me, right? When I went to the top lady that ran everything, and I said, somebody's trying to kill me. Could you please move me? Could you please? She laughed. But baby, you have to get on the waiting list. Like my life was a whole joke. Oh baby, they worked in circles here. So my thing was not built around a man. It was not. I know everybody like to believe that. It had nothing to do with being built around any man whatsoever. Sometimes when I hear that that's the focus, I say these people really don't know. These people were coming for me because they witnessed some things. And some of what they witnessed, they tried to get rid of. Because people don't want that to be talked about, the things that, people can't see with their natural eye. It's alarming. Oh my God, it's so scary. Oh, don't talk about that. But it's real. So instead of talking about it, I went on and shared it. And I'm sure people were like, is that real? Yeah, it was real. I ain't that good, honey. Yeah, actual images. And when people feel afraid, what's the first thing they do? They go, oh my God, no, that's not real. That's not, oh no, that's too much. Okay, now, I want to share this with you. I will never be the type of person, maybe you just stay with me. I'm not trying to be rude, but I want you to hear me. Your girl group don't impress me. I have to say it like that. Because some people, you know, I'm just telling you, let me say it again. Your girl group, however you moving, it does not impress me. I have some other stuff on my brain. Do you hear me? I am not. I'm always going to come a little different than the next person because of the things that I know and who I am. So your girl group does not impress me. It doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. I will always show up as me. And as I get all the coaching that I need, it'll get better and better and better and better, right? But I'm not fighting for anybody's attention with girl group stuff or things like that. You and I are not wired the same. I want you to hear what I just said. You and I are not wired the same. Okay? So thank you, but no thank you. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No. So anyway, that's the thing that many people know, but they don't talk about. It's the things that they really secretly in their heart they know about, but they don't talk about. You don't hear them talking about that, but they talk about all this other stuff. They talk about all this other stuff. Could you imagine how people looked at that? Could you imagine how many people have careers and they weren't told about this? I don't want to say other world. That's not what I want to say. I want to say just things that happen in the supernatural and, all around us, right? That people don't talk about. How there's really something. Could you imagine how my kids felt when I woke them up to see with their physical eyes, to see that thing was pulling from it, but you couldn't see it. It was invisible, but you could see it pulling. Could you imagine? And it was very quiet, but pulling. So we could just hear the pulling. They were like, wow. Wow. I had to wake them up. It was like 1 something in the morning. I was like, look at this. But that house was considered as haunted. And they had a lot of stuff going on there. It was a haunted house, which, the neighbors, some neighbors that had lived on the street for years had told us how the house was haunted, how they had to run out the house. And we lived in that house, didn't anything bother us, but we did notice some things, but it didn't bother us, Let me give you one of the things that happened in the house. And this is so I would be getting ready for work, right? And I'm going to run downstairs. So I'm running downstairs, right, in my robe or whatever, and I'm going to go down, but I'm doing something, not bad. So the dryer just will automatically open, didn't it, Jay? Just open, like, okay, your panties and things are here. Just open for me. Don't forget your things. I promise you, things like that. My daughter talks sassy to me. Honey. What that ghost do? Slap the J off the top of the fridge. Slap her thing down to the floor. So my point is I could keep going. But things are always around us. Always. Okay? This is something they don't talk about. The thing that had them going, like clutching their, and that's when the church people, they're not talking about it. They really came for me. How could she know this? How could she see this? Who is who? Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. And is she lying? They just wondered. Yeah, they did that. It was the church people. That's how they got on with saying this, saying that. I don't know. I'm just figuring how you been in church all your life and yet, which I don't have any seasoned seers around there that could tell you, I don't know. So anyway, I just wanted to mention something that they do not talk about. So this is why you see also all this other traffic. Okay? So things that people know of, and they're not going to go and and say, this is, no. Yeah. That was years ago I shared that. And what they do, they started tearing down my email, my everything, you know. I promise you. I guess they wanted to take them from me, like claim them as theirs. Yeah. Even one of them, let me tell you how good I am. The one of them, God told me to snap the picture. My daughter's in the picture. With all the stuff that I'm saying that's there, it's all behind her. So I wanted to make sure that I showed that she was in the picture. Do you see what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure that I showed that she was there. All the things were happening behind her. I mean, that in that photo alone, they must have had her and the girl that she was with, but behind them, what, like 7 different images? So I'm never moving alone. I don't, even when it seems like I'm alone, I'm never alone. And so is, many of you are not alone. And it seems like the people that you love and that you are, it seems like they become protected as well. Oh, this thing is serious. Just other people. I appreciate so many of you. The spirit guides, my God. People that are for the right thing. My new coach. Do you see what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be sad, baby. Come on. What that lady said, come on with that thing. I love you. Bye-bye.